1, 2, 3. So.
Hello, everybody. This is M&K Podcast. I'm Micah.
And I'm Keith.
Today, we're going to be talking about how we got to know each other and what our relationship is kind of like. In case you're just wondering how we got to this point where we're filming together. So, Keith.
Yeah.
When was the first time you met me?
When was it?
Yeah, what was the first time? When? How?
What was it? 2 years ago? Wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 years
It
ago,
was
yeah.
2 years ago. So that would mean junior year. So junior year, we're both homeschooled, but we take home classes through HomeLink. So we both took drama class, and I already had 1 year in drama. I took it my sophomore year, and then I did it again junior year.
Yeah.
He joined when
My sophomore year, yeah.
Yeah, when I was a junior, he joined when he was a sophomore, and what play was that? What was the first? Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did a play called Sherlock Holmes and the Clockwork Prince, which is kind of a fairy tale thing mixed in with Sherlock.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It
was fun. I personally enjoyed it. A lot of people think that is one of our not the best plays, but I mean, I personally enjoyed it because I like
that probably has to do with that I was the main antagonist, and it was my first year.
Well, I don't know. I really liked it, and so that was the first time I met you. It was we met through our drama program through the HomeLink that we did. So
yeah. It was the first time I met you. It's the same time, of course, but it was. We get in there into this drama group, and. The drama group's not very kosher, if you understand what I'm saying. Like,
what do you mean?
It's just
what are
very.
You saying, Micah?
Everyone's very goofy. Everyone's big character.
Oh,
Everyone just is so.
Well, they're not afraid to be themselves.
Wall. Yeah, they're not afraid to be their goofy selves, and so someone who's pretty serious and pretty focused. The only reason I took that class is because I had to have a final to graduate, and I'm like, this is stupid. But okay, so I took that class, and I get in there, and I see Keith, and Keith is he's just a hoot to be around. He's just so fabulous, and he has this fantastic voice for his character, and it's just so much fun. So I was thinking about quitting, and then I'm like, well, Keith's a pretty good dude. Maybe I could hang with Keith. So it was a lot of fun there. And then from there, just kind of through drama, our relationships just kind of took off.
Oh, yeah. When I first met you, I looked at you, and I'm like, I think you were wearing a suit when I first met you.
Probably.
And I'm like, who in the heck wears a suit?
Yeah.
And then I think I kind of met you through Nate, because I already knew Nate.
Yeah,
Nate and I would talk, and you were just kind of there.
I was just kind of there.
Yeah.
Nate was my only friend in there, and I was like, I just like you.
So, kind of basically through Nate, because I talked to Nate a lot. Well, not a lot, but I knew Nate.
Yeah.
So you were just kind of always with Nate at that time.
Yeah.
And then it was me and you started talking. And I'm like, dang, this guy's like super mature and like super professional.
Yeah.
Like, how the heck is he in drama?
A question I didn't know myself.
Right? And so finally I started getting to know him. I'm like, dude, this guy is awesome, but he still wears a suit almost every day. I'm like, how does this guy get into freaking theater? And then he tells his story about how he actually gets into drama. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
So the main reason I got into drama, so I'm talking with my consultant, and she's like, you need a fine art to graduate. And I'm like, bogus. And she's like, well, you need a fine art to graduate. I'm like, crap. So I'm thinking, I don't want to sit there doing a Peyton. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna take a dance class. And so the drama director, Miss Stevering, was like, hey, you need a fine art? Well, come join drama. And I was like, hell no. And she was like, I didn't say that to her, but she was like, well, maybe. And so what Miss Stevering did is she emailed my consultant, Molly. She emailed my mother, and she was like, hey, get Mike into this. And so I was like, no. But now all of a sudden I have Miss Steverding. I have my consultant, Molly, who is also the principal, saying, hey, you should do this, and my mother. And then I have my best friend at the time, Nate, but still is my best friend, Nate, say, hey, you should do drama. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. So finally they get me down there for auditions. And I get into auditions and it was terrible and all this stuff. And I made my way into the drama class.
Yeah,
because I had to have a fine art to graduate.
And the first play you did, he got the main antagonist.
I got the villain. I don't even know how I did that. I was seriously like, are you serious? You're putting me as the villain? Make me a tree in the background, man. Like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's how we first met.
Yeah, so...
And then after that, we just kind of became really good friends.
Yeah, so, you know, it's just... us as a drama group, we'd go out to different places. We'd go bowling or we would go roller skating. We'd go to different things.
Taco Bell's a big hangout place for the
Taco
students.
So we would...
6 hours!
So we're a small town, obviously. We got Taco Bell. So, but Keith and me would just always start hanging out. We'd always just start talking, and then we just, every time we just slowly started to talk more and more. Mm-hmm. And then Keith actually graduated. And I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to see Keith at least twice a week. So then I was like, called Keith up. I was like, yo, Keith, we got to hang out. So we started hanging out.
And I was like, no, you suck.
Well, that's about the way it went. Yeah. After a few more phone calls.
It took a little money. You know what?
That's how I get friends. I bribe people.
You're right.
So, yeah, after that, just we talked back and forth. And then I was hanging out at his house after a couple times of hanging out. And I was like, dude, Keith, you got a sweet computer set up. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you do podcasts? And he was like, I do some video game videos. And I was like, cool. And I was like, we should do podcasts. And so we started reviewing the movie trailers and giving them ratings and stuff. We just had so much fun. So we decided to do it more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now it became into this. So...
Yeah. So that's how we got started, in case you're wondering. So Keith and me are fabulous friends, and it all started out because I had to have a fine art, and
basically
I was professional, and Keith was
not.
Keith was not. Keith was fun, and so I guess so I was like, Keith was like, maybe I should be a little bit more professional. I was like, maybe I should have a little bit more fun, and one thing led to another. Yeah.
Our two worlds have then collided.
All right. Well, is there any other thoughts, any other comments?
No, that's kind of basically how it started, really.
Yeah.
That's how we became friends, and that's how we started doing this podcast thing, which now it's actually really fun to do. So, yeah.
Well, Keith, I enjoy being friends with you.
I enjoy being friends with you, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes, maybe.
You need to leave now, Micah.
All right. All right, this was M&K Podcast. Thanks for listening in. I'm Micah.
And I'm Keith.
See you next time.